Show 512 is sponsored by Moody Gardens. Summer fun is heating up on Galveston Island, and Moody Gardens is right at the center of it all. Joining us now with a look at what's ahead is Jared Schaller, friend of the show. Jared, lovely to have you here in the studio.
Best friends.
Best friends, and a lot to chat about before and after we get into things. But let's jump right in. What can families expect at Moody Gardens this summer?
First of all, summer.
Yeah.
So summer fun, summer vacation. We're only about 4 hours away from the Austin area. We are going all in. That means extended hours. So some of our attractions are going to be open till 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night. We have our aquarium pyramid filled with 1.5 million gallons of water. That includes penguins, jellyfish, sharks. We also have our rainforest pyramid. It's a walk-through pyramid. Everything pretty much is free range. So you'll run into monkeys, you'll run into sloths. Bats are behind, so don't worry, you won't get hit by bats. We also have more than a dozen species of birds. It's just a great opportunity. We also have 3 movie theaters. We have our Discovery Pyramid. We have our golf course, pickleball. We have our ropes course and zip line. I could keep going, but I'm running out of breath.
I know. We could probably keep you here a couple more hours and never get to everything that Moody Gardens has to offer. But Palm Beach is a must. So what's waiting for visitors there?
Palm Beach, it's a man-made beach, so it's beautiful white sand. We have a wave pool, we have a jacuzzi, we have a lazy river, we have a huge splash pad, we have slides, and one of the cool things, starting June 13th, 8 Saturdays in a row, we're doing Beats on the Beach. So that's when the sun is going down. I burn like a red lobster in 10 minutes in the sun. So it's one of those—
You and me both.
Where it's a great opportunity. We bring in live local bands to play music, and then each evening, every Saturday night, ends with a beautiful display of fireworks.
Oh, sounds like a lot of fun. And of course, this is all family friendly. So when I think about throwing those kids' bedtimes out the window because it's summer, those attractions are open just a little bit later. That's a lot of fun for the kids.
And we have kids camps this year, so if parents need a vacation from their vacation, you can sign your kids up for kids camp.
Sounds good to me. Okay, we have to talk about this. Dinosaurs. Dinos taking over the island.
Yes, literally almost 30 animatronic life-size dinosaurs. I'm 6'4", so I have a T-Rex that's 25 feet tall. It even makes me feel petite. Yes, yes.
I'm pretty impressed by that 25 feet tall. Is that life-size for what they would have been?
Yes, it can grow up to 25 feet tall. Thankfully, they have the little arms, but they can have these big mouths to eat you with. And it's really cool. You get to see all of them up close and personal. We have a Stegosaurus, a Triceratops. We have literally almost any dinosaur. I don't even know how to say half their names. And we also have a dig site for kids where they can actually go digging for dinosaur bones. Kids absolutely love it.
I was going to say, you may not know all of the dinosaur names, but I bet there are kiddos out there who could show you up on dinosaur knowledge.
Don't want me to be on Jeopardy.
Okay, and if someone's planning a summer getaway, the Moody Gardens Hotel renovation, now completely finished, very exciting.
I never want to do a home renovation show. We waited 7 months for curtains. It's now the newest rooms on Galveston Island, literally beautiful. It's a relaxing atmosphere. We literally updated with the coastal vibe. And we also have 2 restaurants on site. We have a spa, we have a children's arcade. So literally, you're all in one destination if you just want to make a quick vacation from Austin.
And not only are kids welcome, dogs are welcome too, right?
Everybody is welcome at Moody Gardens. So yes, if you have a dog, you can definitely bring them along, because I know dogs are like families. You know, I treat my dog as a family member. So
very family members, absolutely. Okay, and then I can't believe we're talking about Memorial Day weekend. You know, that is happening so quickly that you guys are probably crazy busy for that. And then we're looking ahead at Labor Day weekend. Talk to me about the Galveston Island Wine Festival coming back.
Less than 4 months away till Labor Day weekend.
That is crazy.
It's going to be 3 full days. It's going to be 15 plus events, 30 plus vineyards, 100 plus wines. We have some of the top chefs in the region making some of the delicious— you've seen the Top Chef TV show.
I have.
Literally all these quick fires, all these amazing appetizers, all these amazing meals. 3 full days you get to eat and drink to your delight. It's 21 and up. We also have Pinot and Penguins, where you get to drink with penguins. And then we also have martinis and bikinis, which is going to be a huge giant pool party. It's going to be fun for the entire Labor Day weekend Galveston Island Wine Festival.
That sounds like an awesome time. And as you said, that is 21 plus.
21.
So when we're thinking about, taking care of the kids during that weekend, those kids camps would maybe be an option?
Kids camps, most definitely. You can sign up your kids and you can go explore the island during the day. There is some downtime during the day as well.
Okay, sounds good to me. Martinis and bikinis.
Say martini and I'm there.
Sounds like a really good time to me. Anything else you want folks to know? I know that sometimes out there on the internet, there are packages for Moody Gardens, but those aren't exactly the things we want everybody to click on. The best way to get tickets is to go through y'all.
Go to moodygardens.org. We're literally doing a 25% off sale in celebration of our 250th America's anniversary.
Wow.
So literally you can get the whole entire package with all the attractions, the hotel, and you can book it all right now. And then also we have a calendar. I urge everybody, look at the calendar. We have a steampunk festival happening June 6th. We have a yoga retreat happening in October. And then, of course, the Galveston Island Wine Festival. You never know what you're going to find.
Something for everybody. Absolutely. Okay, Jared, thank you so much for your time today. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
All right. For more details on Moody Gardens attractions, check out moodygardens.org, and that's where you can get tickets too. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Moody Gardens. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Debt Redemption. For many people, managing very large credit card debt, personal loans, and even small business debt has become a real challenge, but the BBB highly rated Texas company, DebtRedemption.com, joins us with solutions. We've got Hattie D. Jamal here to tell us more. Hattie, for those with very large amounts of debt, $30,000 to $300,000 or more, what options are available?
We have a few different options, and the thing that we love to talk about, or our pride really, is our debt relief program that is exclusively for Texans.
Let's talk about monthly payments real quick.
Okay, yeah, let's dive straight in. We brought a graph so you can kind of start seeing this visually. So if you're looking at $100,000 of debt, that's just a nice round figure. You could be looking, when it comes to minimum payments, you could be looking at close to $4,000 possibly. Now, we do have options like debt consolidation and credit counseling, but it's that debt relief program that really people see that biggest difference in, right? So the other thing we really want to take a look at is the time it takes to pay something like that back, right? You said it yourself. It can take up to two decades. You could form a full grown adult in that time. And so it can be overwhelming, but through our debt relief program, we can sometimes get that down to 12 to 60 months. And the last thing is the amount that you're going to pay back overall, right? You borrow $100,000, but sometimes you end up paying double what you borrowed. And now through our Texas Debt Relief Program, we are sometimes able to negotiate that down to under $100,000.
Taking care of Texans. Hattie, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Call 512-686-1711 now or visit debtredemption.com/KXAN, and you can click the BBB logo to read reviews from fellow Texans. Again, call the number on your screen and ask about their lowest fee guarantee or visit debtredemption.com/KXAN. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Debt Redemption. Welcome back, everybody. Geraldine's and Hotel Van Zant are reimagining an early supper with their recently released Dinner Before Dark menu. And joining us now with everything you need to know is Executive Chef Sergio Ledesma and Hotel Director of Food and Beverage Trevor Cabal. Guys, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Lovely to have you both in the studio. Okay, Trevor, you and I are early eaters. Dinner Before Dark, talk to me about it and the inspiration for it.
Yeah, I think that, in a city like Austin where happy hour is such an important piece of our dining experience, we really had the opportunity to do something fun and unique. I didn't want to just offer your traditional discounted happy hour. I wanted something more fun to kind of bring you out and something that could reign true to some of the nostalgia too from dining back in the day. So, looking at Early Bird as the inspiration and really making it our own.
Okay, you guys have leveled up Early Bird. Let's be honest about
the goal.
that.
That's the goal. Thank you.
That is totally true. But I wanted to know why it's important for you to appeal to an earlier crowd. I mean, I'll just say it. I'm not a late eater. I really like to eat between 5 and 6:30 p.m. That's just kind of my way.
Yeah, and I believe that is really the core of what made it so important that we moved to that earlier time frame. Is that, for myself and probably Chef as well, we don't like to eat late. I personally can't really anymore. And knowing that, within my generation, there's a lot within the neighborhood, it just seemed like the right move.
Well, and there's so many people getting off work right at 5 p.m.
Yep.
And maybe a happy hour is too light for
Sure.
you. You're ready to eat an actual meal, something that's going to fill you up, make you happy inside. And we've got some happy dishes coming our way, Chef, I know. But I just want to make sure that we mention, in addition to the food that's going to feel great, you guys have drink offerings as well, and 3 beautiful little cocktails
We
here in
do.
front of me. Yeah, talk to me about that.
Sure. So teenies are definitely having a moment. So we wanted to, put our claim on that. We're doing $6 martini flights using
Hang on.
Yep.
$6.
Yes, ma'am.
I'd love to hear that. Okay.
Yeah. So you'll get 3 martinis for $6.
No, you won't.
Yep.
Okay, all right, guys, I'm losing it a little bit because Austin's more expensive than this.
I know.
$6. Okay, all right, let's hear it.
Yeah. So we're doing 3. 2 that are the mainstays is your choice of either vodka or gin. Classic martini. You
Okay.
can do it dirty with a twist, dry, wet, however you like it. Totally up to you. This one that we have today is going to be a dirty gin martini.
Delish.
We've got a bartender selection that'll rotate weekly. Right now it's an espresso martini. I can't guarantee that'll be it when you come. However, it's definitely a fan favorite. And then the Mexican martini, an Austin staple, I believe.
And Austin staple, made with tequila, of course.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
all right. So you get to experience this flight for $6.
For $6.
Okay, I'm really on a soapbox about that. But then, of course, you get to enjoy some delicious food. So, Chef, you brought a couple of finished dishes. Before we have you finish dessert for us, can you walk us through what you've got?
Yes, actually, this is gonna be our June menu.
So we have to wait just a few more days
Just
before
a few
it kicks
days
in.
before this kicks in.
But the fact is, it's going to change every month,
Every
right?
month, yes.
Okay.
So this one for this summer heat, we're gonna have this little gem salad.
It's gorgeous.
Thank you, with a gorgonzola and chipotle dressing, a little bit of pico, and your crunch is gonna be just some nice crispy chicharron.
Oh, lovely. Okay. And something
Then
else that's going to be really
Our
delicious.
main course is gonna be carnitas, pork carnitas empanadas, or quesadillas, masa quesadillas. It's completely gluten free.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it has some avocado crudo salsa, some crema, some onion and serrano peppers.
Just looks
And to
absolutely
finish,
delicious.
we have this pan de lote.
Pan de lote. So I asked you off camera, does that mean there's corn?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So it's a type of a sweet cornbread.
It's a sweet cornbread, exactly. And we heat it up by order in our oven. And then we finish it with this tequila dulce de leche.
I've never heard of a tequila dulce de leche, but I love the sound of that. And you're making like a moat of it, which is really fun.
And then with a little bit of vanilla cream.
Get to watch Chef in his element here. I bet you can move about 16 times faster than that. He's slowing it down for us on television.
Has
isn't
to.
he? Yeah.
Has to.
And then just to finish, some seasonal flowers. Today I have some
Lovely.
orchid,
Yeah, orchid
But-
leaves.
but it just depends on the.
Well, it looks absolutely
The season.
fantastic. Yeah, so 3 little courses there, and you'd leave a happy camper. It looks like really fantastic food. And so this is part of the, Dinner Before Dark series. But if someone were to walk in for the first time and they're there for a proper dinner,
Yes.
I was asking you, okay, what would you say?
I think pastor.
Pastor?
Pastor is her pork jowl, a take on a street food, and we just elevate it to a nice brochette. We finish it with a pastor marinade fish caramel in top. We serve it with fresh, nice nixtamal tortillas, roasted pineapple puree, and chipotle puree. It's to die for.
It sounds amazing. And I feel like the jowl part, don't listen to that. Because pastor is so good and such a great street food that comes from Mexico that, like, if you experience how juicy and delicious it is, you won't have to think twice about what part of the animal it came from. And the pineapple, I think, is very important as well. It goes right along with kind of that street style.
Yes.
Correct? Okay. So, Trevor, is there anything else you'd like folks to know about the Dinner Before Dark series or about just coming in to dine?
Yeah, so Dinner Before Dark is an experience through Open Table. You can book online. We encourage walk-ins, but highly recommend that you do make reservations. It's definitely picked up lately. As far as, future events and other things happening at Geraldine's, I highly recommend that you follow us on Instagram or Facebook to see our upcoming events. We do have a couple of really fun things that I think the community will be really excited about. So keep an eye on some fun announcements that we have coming up and
Sounds good.
Join us.
Keep it popping on social media. Okay, gentlemen.
Absolutely.
Thank you both so much.
Thank you.
We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Thank
For
you.
more information, visit hotelvanzant.com/Geraldines and follow along on social media. That's where you're going to get all the latest news at Geraldine's ATX.
Set in the fictional town of Normal, Minnesota, Sheriff Ulysses, played by Bob Odenkirk, is serving as interim sheriff, followed by some recent town disruptions. The film is everything but normal, and we caught up with Bob, so take a look. Joining me now is the front man of it all, Mr. Bob Odenkirk. Hi, Bob. How are things?
I'm good. Everything's great.
Ulysses is a complicated man who's battling past personal and moral decisions and situations. So what about this character attracted you, and how did you go about bringing Ulysses to life on screen?
Well, I got to do action. I got to fight people and shoot guns. And that always makes me laugh and have a great time. He's the hero. That's another reason that I'm attracted to him. But actually, the truth is I got to play someone who was my age. And I have been playing guys who are like 20 years younger than me or more for years, which is kind of cool, but also kind of weird. And Ulysses feels like, yes, he's lived a lot of life. He's learned sometimes the wrong lessons. He's a little worn down. And I related to him. And it's great.
I love that this film kind of spotlights small town politics and small town community dynamics in a lot of unique ways. Do you think that audiences will find some relatability within that?
I do. It's one of the reasons I was attracted to this story. Derek Kolstad, who wrote John Wick, wrote the Nobody films, he wrote this story and he gave it to me and I read it and I said I recognize that small town. I'm from Naperville, Illinois, and I know small towns across the Midwest. And I said, I want to hang out in that small town. And we named it Normal after the town of Normal, Illinois. And, but it's not normal.
Well, grief is displayed in many forms in Normal. So why do you think that's vital to the overall storyline? Because that's displayed in a lot of kind of varying ways.
Grief. Oh, boy, that's a good question. It suggests a backstory. It means you've lived some life, Nobody walks into anything completely fresh. We all carry baggage. And as you point out, Ulysses has baggage. The town of Normal has baggage, and the baggage is what they're working against. It's what it's going to become operative in the story that we tell in the movie.
Briefly tell me about your working relationship with screenwriter Derek Kolstad, because you guys have worked together before and then collaborated on this as well.
Yeah, well, Derek Kolstad is a great guy and a fun person, and he loves movies. He loves action movies above all, and he wrote John Wick and Nobody, and we work great together because he has given his life and his brain over to action films, and I have not. I know sketch comedy the way he knows action films, and so I listen to him and I do what he says, and then we're a great team.
Final question for you, Bob. The film is titled Normal. So what's something that you do or enjoy that's maybe normal presenting, but would take an everyday person by surprise?
Oh, that looks normal, but you'd be surprised. You'd probably be surprised at how much I walk my dog. I walk my dog probably 3 times a day. So you'd see me walking my dog, but then if you live in the neighborhood, you're like, does he always walk his dog all the time? That's a pretty normal activity. I live by a few there's a few things on my to-do list every day. Walk the dog, watch the Cubs, swim, do a workout, and read some books. And that's it.
Sounds like you've got the important things figured out. Well, Bob, thank you so much for your time. I can't wait for everyone to see this film.
Thank you, man. Thanks for having me.
Normal is available now on digital and anywhere that you rent movies.
Okay guys, in our quest to find local entrepreneurs in the skin, hair, and beauty field, one woman-based business is doing radiance with a twist. We're welcoming Moj Mizban, the inventor of the Mo Glow Beauty Mirror. This is her passion. Moj, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, let's talk about it. What made you want to create a mirror from scratch?
It was truly out of daily frustration. I was constantly bending down to beauty mirrors. I was craning my neck against the vanity.
Back hurting a little bit.
Back hurting a little bit. My eyesight wasn't getting better. So I was just accepting this, right? Like I thought, why do we accept all this? Why does it have to be this hard? And it was at that moment where I thought, I've got to do something that makes me more comfortable and sets me in the right mood for the day instead of just torturing myself. So I came up with all the ideas. And then my engineer husband, he
Helpful handyman to have.
he was like, do you really want to do this? Yes, I do. Okay, let's do this.
Oh.
So that's basically how it began. Daily frustration that leads to thinking through and saying, we haven't had a good mirror. When has a good mirror been invented?
Long time.
Long time.
Yeah.
And the ones that are good now, before Mo Glow, I should say, they have bells and whistles. They have sensors, they have cool things, but they don't have the key feature, which is Mo Glow comes up 3 feet high and meets you at eye level.
Not only that, I've seen it do things where it can hang upside down.
Yes.
It can come to you wherever you are, which
It
is really
really
cool.
does.
Yeah.
Yes.
Talk to me about some of the features of Mo Glow.
So the biggest differentiators is the fact that it can come up 3 feet high. Then I would say the next best thing is the fact that you have 2 full-size mirrors that are magnified. So you often get a mirror and one side isn't magnified and you're like, I already have a plain mirror at home. I don't need that. So Mo Glow has 3-time magnification for full face view and then 10-time magnification for the details.
I don't know that I want to see my face 10 times closer, but at the same time, that'll probably get me those eyebrow hairs that I've really been missing.
Well, you know what? Your reaction is exactly how people react.
Really?
It's intimidating.
Yeah.
They go 10-time mirror. Why do I need that? They look, they do this, and then they're like, oh, I think I can cover that up. Oh, I need to pull that, right? So it gives you this moment of kind of saying, oh, what do I look like? What are other people going to see? And then deal with it.
Yeah. Well, because our eyes are sharp once we're in person seeing each other, but if you're in
Yes.
bad lighting, if you're craning to see your mirror, you may miss some things
That's
that people
right.
might otherwise catch. So you think of this as confidence, not vanity.
I do.
So I'd like to hear a little bit more about that.
Yeah, looking in the mirror to me is preparation. How do I prepare to be my best, to do my best? This morning, I put on more makeup than I usually do because I knew I was coming to see you.
Television.
Right? Television. And so for me, it's about how do I get myself to relax later? I'm all put together. I'm going to relax later. It's about confidence for me.
Oh, I like that. Okay, and speaking of things that you do in the morning,
Yes.
you brought a couple steps from your morning routine.
I did. I thought it would be fun just to share. So what I like to do in the morning, I call it the 4-step process. I use a mild cleanser.
Okay. This brand, by the way, I'm absolutely obsessed with right
OC,
now.
isn't it terrific?
I wasn't sure how to pronounce
OC.
it. Yeah, OC.
Yes.
But I've got some of their seaweed lotion. It smells like a dream.
It's
it smells
a dream.
lemony.
I absolutely love them, have been using them for years. So I use this mild one versus an exfoliating one.
Got it.
Then what I do is a very effective moisturizer. This has my vitamin C and all this technology that I don't know. I know my technology.
Your technology exists in the mirror.
Yes. Then I use their SPF. This
Okay.
is the same brand.
Got it.
Skin Better. And then the last thing I do, again, today I did more, but normally I now use the Bobby, this is a brand new foundation stick they have. Love it.
And you said you've collaborated with Bobby before.
Bobby Jones, right, with Road Jones, I should say.
Bobby Brown.
Road Jones. I do that all the time. But with Road Jones in Austin, we did a wonderful Mother's Day event. And it was fantastic here on South Congress.
Oh, that is so cool.
That was super
so
cool.
I love that there's like this local tie-in that's
Yes,
happening here.
yes.
Okay. I do want to talk about Father's Day. Not too far away. So we're talking a lot about, beauty, confidence. To me, that usually means we're talking to the mamas in the room
Yes.
or the women in the room.
Often we
Yeah.
are.
But
And this is where we have that implicit bias.
yeah.
But men
would
need it
like
too.
I was going to say a good mirror as well. They've got some shaving to do, some touching up.
Exactly. Perfect example. My friend buys the Moglo, right? She sets it up, and next thing she knows, it's at the sink. Her husband says, I just had the best shave of my life. So you can see precisely. And for men, again, our vision changes. So what happens is you think you shaved perfectly, and then you have this little patch right here. So it'll keep you from missing those spots and those unwanted hairs.
And it stays in place because, guys, it's got like a little magnetic sucker that
Yes.
it stays down on the counter, which is amazing.
Stability.
Love that. Just real quickly before we let you go,
Yes.
you've got a discount code.
I do, for you.
I love it.
And your people, everybody who's watching. You can use Rosie15 if you go to moglo.com, which is the only place we're selling the mirror, is moglo.com, and you'll get 15% off for Father's Day.
Wow, I really appreciate you including me. That's so sweet of you. Moshe, thank you so much. What a cool idea.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Learn more about what Moshe calls the world's first intuitive beauty mirror by going to moglo.com. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Ally Medical ER. With the weather warming up and spring break on the horizon, travel might be in your future. Here to help keep us safe with healthy tips for a great vacation is Dr. Jessica Best of Ally Medical ER. So, Dr. Best, as people start traveling more in the spring, what are some of the biggest health issues you see related to travel?
All right, well, especially if you're going somewhere nice and warm, you may get a sunburn. So we will see those patients frequently. A lot of foodborne illnesses we will see as well. In addition to dehydration, maybe from your foodborne illness, as well as some motion sickness.
Any health-related items that travelers should pack?
Yeah, definitely go ahead and pack your medications, and you may even want to bring those in your carry-on just in case your luggage is lost. Make sure to pack that sunscreen, in addition to maybe some hand sanitizer if you're not able to maybe get out and wash your hands, because we know with all these people traveling, you're going to be exposed to all sorts of diseases.
What advice do you give to travelers to reduce the risk of getting sick on the road, or especially in the air? I still see people flying with masks on to protect themselves.
Yep, periodically you will actually see people with masks, and maybe they're sick or maybe they're not sick, but if you are sick and you are insistent on traveling, please make sure to wash your hands. Please wear that mask, especially if you're coughing, just to prevent exposure to other people. If you can, don't travel. And then for you, a lot of times now when you get on the plane, they give you the nice sanitation wipe and you go ahead and wipe down your area. You can always bring your own hand sanitizer or make sure to wash your hands. Depending on where you're traveling, just maybe use a little bit of caution in what you're eating, what you're drinking, who's preparing the food.
Okay, all right. At what point should travelers seek medical care? Either while they're traveling, that would be a bit of a bummer, or once they get home?
Sure, yeah. So if you are becoming very dehydrated, maybe you did get something and you have a lot of vomiting and diarrhea, you may want to go ahead and seek care while you are wherever you are. In addition to any high fevers, you know, like gastroenteritis that's giving you a fever, like you may need antibiotics. And so it may be a good time to go ahead and see someone wherever you are traveling to, and then, or if you're leaving quickly, you can always come see us back here.
And you guys are able to diagnose these sorts of things and give us treatment.
Yes, of course. We have on-site lab, on-site testing. We even run panels for respiratory illnesses as well as gastrointestinal issues. We have, you know, meds on site if we need to get you started on something, and then of course you can write prescription.
Can get you feeling better fast.
Yeah.
Okay, Dr. Beth, thank you.
Thank you.
Ally Medical ER has 7 locations across the greater Austin area. Use online check-in at allymedical.com for added convenience. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Ally Medical ER.
The Paramount Theater's Summer Classic Film Series is back, and here with all the details is the Senior Director of Film Programming, i.e. the guy who comes up with everything. It's Stephen Janice. Stephen, good morning.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. Okay, talk to us about what the Summer Classic Film Series actually is for anybody who might be new.
Yeah, so it's been going for 52 years, and it's a way for us to show about 100 movies every summer in this gorgeous 111-year-old movie palace that is the Paramount Theater that was built for movies way back in the early 1900s. And it's a 1,200-seat ornate, you know, 1930s architecture, decor, balcony, like just so many cool details that you wouldn't find at a normal movie theater. And we show classics that range from, I think the oldest one we're showing this year is 90 years old, a Charlie Chaplin movie, to something that I really liked that came out just like 5 months ago. So we really run the gamut of films from around the globe, films from different time periods, and it's just a way for people to either see their favorite movies on the big screen for the first time, introduce their family or friends to one, or discover something that's like been on your watch list and you've been waiting for a chance to see it on the big screen.
A good opportunity to get out and to get out of the Texas heat because there will be AC. But I do want to make sure that we talk about the space itself because things are changing.
Yeah, so it's a unique summer in that, as many people have heard, but we're closing the Paramount in a few weeks for a 10 to 11 month restoration project.
Which is exciting.
Very exciting. It's the first one we've been doing to the space in over 50 years, and so we're going to be repainting, replastering, bringing it back to the beauty that it had in the 1930s. So we're preserving all that, but we're also doing some upgrades like installing new seats, which I think is the thing that people are most excited about. So we'll be in that space for the next 3 weeks or so, showing close to 20 movies, including 14 on 35mm film prints, which is another like really cool thing that we do. It's a way for people to see movies like the way that they used to be seen, and that really cool like grainy film texture that makes you feel like you're really seeing something special. So a lot of our movies over the next 3 weeks will be in that format at the Paramount, and then when we close it down for the restoration, we'll be closing out the summer next door at the State Theater, which is also was built in 1935 for movies at one of the early Austin movie theaters, and we'll be for the very first time at the IMAX Theater at the Bob Bullock Museum, which local film fans are very familiar with because it's where a lot of us go see the big new movies. It's where a bunch of us saw like One Battle After Another, the Paul Thomas Anderson movie that won Best Picture last year. But we're going to get to go in and show some of like our big favorites like on the biggest screen in Texas. So like we're doing Jaws, 2001: A Space Odyssey, The Wizard of Oz in 3D on this screen, and it's going to make it like something extra special that we've never done before.
You actually said this is your favorite part.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very, it's like kind of cool that, you know, I've been programming at the Paramount for 13 years, and I mean, I wouldn't trade that for the world. It's like an amazing honor to program for that space, but I've never gotten to like pick what goes on the IMAX screen, and I don't know, all of us film nerds just like really love being in that room, and it's going to be extra special.
Very cool. Okay, there's a lot of anniversaries that we're celebrating. You and I talked off camera about how some of those anniversaries are getting scary, as in something that happened 25 years ago was actually our childhoods. Whoops.
Yeah.
But talk to me about some of the cool movies we can see.
Yeah, I mean, well, right off the bat this Saturday, we're doing a huge 25th anniversary event for Spy Kids. Obviously, it's shot locally here in Austin by Robert Rodriguez.
Did you know I did not know that?
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh
he shot it here at his own Troublemaker Studios and all around town. And if you watch the movie, I'm sure you'll recognize some things in it. But it's a big year for that 25th anniversary. So we're going to show the movie, and then he and his band are actually going to perform a concert afterwards of music from all the Spy Kids movies and all of his other family films. So it's just going to be a really fun way for people to, again, who grew up with the movie when it came out in 2001, to either see it again on the big screen or introduce their own kids to it. But those are the kind of things that I really love doing, especially when we're kind of making new film fans with movies that are for kids.
Well, and that's 25 years, you said,
Yeah.
but we go all the way up to 40 years plus.
Oh yeah, I mean, like I said, we're showing a 90th anniversary of Modern Times, which is one of Charlie Chaplin's like most famous movies, a silent film, you know, so really run the gamut. We do a lot of Alfred Hitchcock movies that are celebrating their anniversaries.
And you've got a Hitchcock month.
Yeah, we do a
actually.
whole month. So we're doing Vertigo, The Birds, Strangers on a Train, Notorious, Shadow of a Doubt. So these are kind of like a lot of the heavy hitters of Hitchcock's catalog. These are some of the favorites. And those are the kind of movies that I think really work well on the big screen. I think a lot of people, especially younger generations, see Hitchcock for the first time at our theaters because seeing it with a group of strangers, many of whom are also seeing it for the first time, it's just like the tension really ratchets up. And I don't know, those are some of my favorites to show.
Just a great way to see it. Bleak Week, what does that mean?
This is for us film nerds, but in Los Angeles, the American Cinematheque, which is one of the most renowned kind of film society type things in the world, started this thing called Bleak Week 5 years ago, which is really sort of pooling together some of the bleakest films you can find, and it's like again, and yeah, it really does mean that. And I mean, it's like on paper it sounds crazy, but I think it's almost like the same reason that people love to see scary movies. It's like accessing kind of emotions, but in the safe space of a movie theater with other people who love movies. And so we're going to show things like Invasion of the Body Snatchers from 1978, the David Lynch film Eraserhead, the Sofia Coppola movie The Virgin Suicides. And again, it's just like things that, you know, have something to say that kind of bring some stuff up in you, you know, emotionally, but you're kind of doing it with each other in this movie theater space. And I can't explain it, but it's a phenomenon. It's been going for 5 years, and they've expanded it to theaters all over the globe. And we're very honored to be invited to be the Austin home for it.
Okay, let's just really quickly end things on a positive note. Family film series.
Yes, this is like I was saying, we love doing this every year. We show 10 movies for kids, and I love to show things that they're not kind of already watching 100 times at home. So like the original animated Beauty and the Beast, Labyrinth with David Bowie, Space Jam, which is one that I grew up with. Again, it's like trying to create new fans of movie going and show them, like, you know, I know you can watch all these things at home on your screens, but like seeing it in these beautiful spaces with a crowd, there's really nothing that beats that.
You do a great job every year. Thank you, Stephen. For more information on all upcoming events, austintheater.org.
Content segments during Studio 512 were paid for by Moody Gardens, Debt Redemption, and Ally Medical ER.